senior year when you kind of figured out that, look, I'm going to the NFL, I'm pretty much getting drafted. And then is that when the whole like planning for the money side of things comes in, like the business side of you comes in that thinks, look, if I get another injury, like I need to take care of this money?
Yes, it was literally that day that I tore my knee right there on the field here in OU. I went into the training room. My wife comes in. My agent was actually at that game too, and I'm like looking at my wife like, hey, I got to get a job. Like that was just my mentality. I thought that's what it was. My agent's like, no, we'll get you sewn up. We'll get back out there. But at that moment, I was like, the game could change. Like obviously, I've been through sprained thumbs. I've been through sprained ankles, but nothing that major. I didn't know what it looked like to come back from. My mindset pretty much changed at that point.
Yeah. So at that point, do you start seeking out advice from professors, from friends? Like how does that?
It wasn't until after I got drafted in April. We had a rookie symposium. I believe it was in May, maybe. So the rookie symposium, all the NFL rookies go to Canton, Ohio. It's a 3-day seminar. One of the things they talked about was finances and what to expect. And they talked about an article that many people have seen. 78% of athletes or NFL players go broke within 5 years after retiring. I was like, that's not going to be me. I'm blessed to even have this opportunity to get drafted in the second round, to get a little money. I'm going to be smart with it.
Yeah. And then that's when the whole, I'm going to live off $60K a year, put the rest of my money in investment.
Yeah, that's definitely a snapshot. So I went home. I'm like, all right, what do I need to do to make sure I protect my money? Learn about the stock market, learn about real estate. So in the off season, I picked up books to do those things. Financial advisor came in probably midway through the first year. He asked, what are we spending? I'm like, I don't know what we're spending, So he was like, okay, we'll continue to track what you're spending now. And so we did that over a 3 or 4 month span. I just kept hitting the $5,000 mark. And so that's what we stuck with. And you got to remember, like I came from nothing. And then obviously college kids, we don't have anything, we get $700 a month. Living off campus. I didn't really have furniture. So I just went in with the mindset of like, I don't really need much.
Yeah.
And so it just kept it basic.
And I guess growing up, like the kind of money education through your early childhood and up till you graduate, was just non-existent. You didn't.
There was no talk about it. My parents were very private, not just finances, but if there was bickering or something, they tried to keep that away from us. Now, there were many days where the water was cold when we woke up. There was days of the electrical and all. So I just knew, like you said, I've been doing a lot of things myself. I was paying my cell phone bill, in 9th grade when I first got it. I was paying for my gas when I first got it. I've always paid for my lunch money. So I was always a contributing person to my household, whether I would help my parents or I would just make sure that I was afloat so I didn't get hindrance to my parents.
Yeah. And I think we've got to shout out the green machine, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was my first one. That was my parents' hand-me-down. I did the trick for a couple years, man. We call it the green machine, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still keep up with like high school friends and stuff and players and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm still here in Norman. So I grew up here. All my boys are Norman High guys, So I kept a relationship with them after high school and the college when I was in the league. And now I'm back. And everyone's starting families. We're hanging out. So it's been good.
Yeah. So back to the football then. You sign your contract, you get your guaranteed whatever the money is, and then you're thinking, you've already been planning for this is how much I'm going to spend, or I'm going to do the rest of it with real estate. And I guess why real estate? Why was it,
So believe it or not, my rookie year, I believe it was September maybe, I had a friend of mine that his parents flipped houses in Tulsa. And so you got to remember, this was after the recession. So 2012, I think the market starting to tick up. So I bought a house. They're like, hey, Ryan, like, you like real estate. This is what we do. They had a team out there in Tulsa. They said, hey, there's this house for $19,000. I think it's a heck of a deal. They sent me some stuff, which I didn't really understand at the time, but I trusted them. Paid $20,000 for the house or $19,500 for the house, put $20,000 in it. Put a tenant in it. We refinanced the deal. I believe it was after the season or whatever it might be. And it was worth double what I put in it. And so I was hooked after that.
Yeah. Like there's something.
It worked for sure.
Especially when you refinance and you get some money back, right?
Oh, yeah. I was like, that's how it works. And so, every off season I would study a little bit more, maybe buy some here and there. And then I didn't go full time until after I retired. And, that's when I figured, I'm a real estate person. I'm going to build a career.
This podcast was presented by the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, who've been telling Oklahoma's story through its people since 1927. Follow them online at oklahomahof.com and definitely on Instagram at oklahomahof. Catch you next episode. Cheers.